They say, I saw it on social media, I did my research on Facebook. The Bible says, the science says, the government told us, there's a whole heap of stuff that we get bombarded with every day, don't we? What's fact, what's a lie, how do we know? I'm out here at the end of the day because at the end of the day, I know that's an expression that we use regularly, but literally we know that the sun's going to set and we know that tomorrow in the morning the sun's going to rise. Now sometimes you can't see it because it's cloudy or it's winter time, but you know that the sun's going to come up. That's a fact. If I pick something up and drop it on the ground, it's going to go down to the ground. That's called gravity. That's a fact. Everything after that, how do we really know? And it's something that, it's a question for me every single day, because every single day somebody says to me, they say, science shows, the research has proven. What is proof? And the reason I keep asking the questions is we live in a world where there are very many unwell, tired, depressed, overweight, unhealthy, unhappy people. Have you noticed? And yet we are literally piled on every day with information about how to be healthy, how to be fit, how to be strong, how to have more energy, how to wake up every day loving your life. And yet the world seems to be the opposite. So if we've got so much information, is it that we don't listen to the information, we don't apply the information, or is it that the information's not true? And this is what the world is now calling critical thinking. But I get a little bit fascinated by that word, because when you're told every day what to think, how to eat, how to exercise, what to do with your money, how to treat your family, how to look after yourself, we're told a lot of stuff. And if that doesn't seem real, or it seems a bit odd, people are telling me what to do, next time you watch social media, take a look at the way we're spoken to. When you listen to the news, when you listen to the radio, when you listen to people who are experts, do they ask you what you think? Do they ask you to think for yourself? Do they give you both sides of the story and let you get to decide for yourself what you think is truth? Or are you told what to do? And I'm literally every single day, Rowie, watch this, Rowie, listen to this, Rowie, what do you think about this? And it's experts telling me what to do. Don't have this, must have this, have to eat this way, have to exercise this way. This is how the human body works. Now that's a really interesting one, because anatomy and physiology is a science, probably one of the closest sciences to fact. Anatomy is very rarely disputed, and as I always share, no one ever has said that we've got 2 hearts, or we've got 17 legs, or we've got 23 kneecaps. We've all how the human body, what it's made of and how it works, anatomy and physiology, is very rarely argued. And yet the application of anatomy and physiology, which is how to be healthy, how to be fit, how to be strong, how to be mentally tough, there's a lot of telling people what to do. But what I always do, and here's a great suggestion because it works for me, makes me a more sane person. I always ask people, why would I do that and how does it work? Can you please explain that to me in simple terms? Particularly when it comes to scientists and experts in certain areas who use big words and complicated explanations, I always say, what does that even mean? Can you please explain that to me in a way that a 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 7-year-old child could understand it? Because why would you use big words that nobody can understand if you've got something that's important? So how the human body works is important. How to eat healthy is important. How to have a healthy, fit, strong body by training it effectively is important. And yet when I ask people who are telling me how to train, how to exercise, how to eat, when to eat, what I should eat, how much to eat, how much exercise to do, and they do. And the really fun thing about that is that's something I've been studying all of my life, and yet people still tell me what to do. So all I do is run it through anatomy, physiology. Why would I do that and how does it work? And there are probably 3 parts to that. Some things work for some people some of the time. I'll start again. Some things work for nobody ever because they're just bullshit. They're just BS. It's just not true. It's somebody trying to sell you something. It's a con. It just won't work. There's some things that work for some people some of the time, and there's some things that work for everybody all of the time. And for example, if you breathe in oxygen, you'll breathe out carbon dioxide, and that's how the human body works. That works for everybody every time. If you breathe in carbon dioxide, this is not a good thing. So what is it that is not true? What is it that might work sometimes for some people, possibly, and what is actual fact? And that's why I love anatomy, and that's why I love physiology. And the reason I'm asking these questions, again, is we have so many unhealthy, unhappy people who may not apply what they know. However, if somebody is depressed, if they're sick, if they're overweight, if they're out of shape, if they don't like their life, I always ask those questions. How did you get here? What's happened to you? And a lot of people just share this with me. A doctor told me, research told me, the science shows. A lot of people share with me, and I was brought up with this, the Bible says, and I follow that. Now, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just asking us to think for ourselves. When I was growing up, it was called faith. You've got to have faith, something unseen you've never seen before, can't be tested, can't be tried. You've got to have faith that it's true. Now, that's a choice. A human can choose to have faith. A human can choose to believe one side of the science. All of us humans, and we're adults, we get to do whatever we want. We get to choose what we believe. But does that mean it's true? And that's why I always ask that question, because there's a lot of so-called truths out there about how to eat, how to exercise, how to be happy, how to avoid depression, how to be a healthy, fit, strong human being. It just doesn't work. A lot of it doesn't work for anybody ever. Some of it works for some people, some of the time, for a little bit of time, but not for a long time. And I'll just go a little bit further with that. If somebody tells you how to eat and how to exercise, and you do that, and you can maintain that for the rest of your life and be a healthy, fit, strong human being every single day, 365, every year for the rest of your life, then that could be a bit closer to fact than I can stick to this for a short period of time to lose a little bit of weight or get a bit more energy or put on a bit of muscle size, and then 6 months later I'm back to where I was or worse. And that's the saddest thing for me as an exercise professional and the owner of an international fitness business college. A lot of people get a successful business and then it goes broke. A lot of people get healthy, fit and strong, and then they put weight back on again and become unhealthy again. To me, that means that didn't work. Whatever they tried didn't work. Because if you want a successful business, wouldn't you want it to be successful forever? If you want to have a healthy, fit, strong body, wouldn't it be forever, for the rest of your life, not just for a short period of time? So at the end of the day, and what a beautiful day, there's still a bit of snow in the mountains. It's freezing cold out here. I know the sun's going to go down. I can see it for a start, and that's a beautiful thing. I don't have to have faith that the sun's going down today, because I can actually see it. Some days you do have to have faith because you can't see it because it's cloudy. But the sun's going down. It will come up tomorrow, and we don't get to choose when we die. We're all going to die, and that's a really positive thing that I always share. We're positive we're going to die, but we get to choose how we live. I don't want someone telling me how to live. I don't want the science telling me, the government, the politicians, the experts, the social media influencers. I hate people telling me what to do. I want to think for myself, analyse for myself, research for myself. It's called being self-educated. I want to learn my anatomy and physiology, and I keep learning it every single day for that exact reason. I want to be the person that has a healthy, fit, strong body, a healthy, mentally tough brain for the rest of my life, and I want to be able to live my life to the max every day. Every time the sun comes up and every time the sun goes down, I want to be able to say I've had a great day because I'm living my life to the max. How about you? Super duper do. How are you? Look at my beautiful mountain that's still got some snow on it. Oh, what a beautiful day.